Today we have a unique video. We are talking about a fun weekend trip away from the city of Austin. Let's jump right in. A couple weeks ago, I took my family to Houston for the weekend where we did a lot of family activities. And I thought, might as well just film what I'm doing, post it up so that if you're living in the city of Austin, you get an idea of maybe something that you can do with your kids. So we went to Houston. We did a lot of fun things. We hit up the zoo, we went to the Children's Museum, and we went to the Houston Space Museum. So that's what we're gonna be talking about today. A fun, really quick weekend trip to go to Houston. So we left Austin on a Friday morning and we were driving to Houston. So Houston is about 3.5 hours from Austin, and it's to like the east, southeast of Texas. So not too far. Austin's actually very centrally located in Texas. It's about 3.5 hours to Dallas and Houston, and about 1.5 hours to get to San Antonio. So Austin is in a really convenient spot if you like to check out other places. Here you can see, the distance. Yeah, 3 hours to get there. Really wasn't a bad trip. I have 2 young kids, 3 years old and 1 year old, so it was kind of their max amount of time that they wanted to be. We saw a bunch of Buc-ee's billboards on the way, so I had to film those, obviously. If you've never been to Texas, you might not have ever heard of Buc-ee's, but Buc-ee's is very cool. It is the world's largest gas stations, and they're all throughout Texas, and they have everything you could ever need. They have pulled pork, they got brisket sandwiches, they have sausage on a stick, they have just a ton of food. They have tons of jerky. They're very known for their jerky, and they just have tons of snacks. Basically everything you would want. This is their wall of jerky right here. Everything you could want. They have fudge. They have these are like the almonds covered in sugar and stuff. They have cookies. They have obviously gas station snacks. And it's kind of a cult following. So they have all of these stuffed animals of their mascot, Buc-ee the beaver. It's just like a really cool place to go. And they're conveniently located between all the major cities. So we actually passed 2 Buc-ee's getting from Austin to Houston. And it's just really fun. They have, Christmas stuff out right now with a lot of logos on it. They have all of the Texas gear like Dallas Cowboys, UT Longhorns. They got camping gear. They got hunting gear. It's truly a sight to behold. If you're ever near Buc-ee's, you gotta stop because they have literally everything. It's like a grocery store mixed with a convenience store all in one. So I'm a big fan. It's always fun. It's a great place to stop. It's very convenient. So our first stop was the Houston Zoo. And this is located kind of downtown Houston, kind of south of downtown. And it was a great place. They had a lot of cool animals there. They had a really sweet aquarium that we got to see. The one thing I really noticed about the Houston Zoo is they have bigger exhibits of animals and they have fewer animals. So this is the biggest horns I've ever seen on a cow. They have like a really big elephant exhibit. Other zoos I've been to with my kids, they have smaller things with multiple animals. Seems like they, prioritize the more popular animals and gave them big enclosures, which I really like to see. So we went during Halloween. So it was decked out for Halloween stuff. And, it was just really cool seeing all the effort that they put in. They have like glow in the dark lights on all the trees. They had a haunted forest that we went through. And it was just really cool. Skeletons everywhere. It was all decked out. They had, Halloween animal statues. They had pumpkins everywhere. A lot of places to take pictures with your kids. They have all these lights going on. So it was just like a really fun experience to go with them. And I'm glad we got to go during Halloween also. They're open a little bit later so you can see all the cool lights as well, which was also really fun. So I think they did a great job with the Halloween stuff. I think the zoo was a ton of fun. We got to see some really cool animals, and I was a big fan of going to the zoo. The next day we went to the Children's Museum, also decked out in Halloween stuff, and they had a ton of stuff for the kids to do at this children's museum. They have a whole like Mexican village going on. They have an outdoor water area, and since it's, you know, October, it wasn't too hot, but you know, they had a lot of things, spring water, and you can put boats down the little river and stuff. This was my favorite. This is called Kidtropolis, and it's like kid focused everything. So they have like a news station, they have ambulance station, they have an HEB grocery store where you could check out groceries and stuff. It's just like a really fun place where kids kind of act like they can be adults for a little bit, and you're given like a little debit card thing where you can like pay for various items throughout the city. They had a really cool like science area where they give you golf balls and Newton and gravity and stuff. This is the Houston Space Station. Awesome, very cool. Houston is known for their space programs, and they had a ton of stuff. These are actual rockets that were used in the early Apollo missions, and I believe those were the very, very early, before they even sent humans up. They were using those rockets. So they had tons of stuff, and in this building they actually had the Saturn V rocket, which is I believe in like Apollo 14 or 15 was this kind of a rocket, and they have the full thing in here. They built the building around it. It is massive, and it's super cool being up close to a rocket like this. We loved exploring it. We loved walking around and reading all the history of the Apollo missions, of all the rockets, everything like that. So those are the 3 things we did in Houston. It was a fantastic weekend trip. It's an awesome place to go if you got little kids, so I highly recommend it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, it's very, you know, atypical for something I would do. Please leave a comment down below. I'd be happy to, you know, highlight more day trips and weekend trips for families out here. So please let me know. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.